So your final assignment for 547 is your brain compatible unit. And know that it's a signature assignment. What that means is within your full program, there are different signature assignments throughout the courses. You have to pass the signature assignment to complete the program. So it's a big assignment, but it's one that you have to pass in order to pass your whole program. So, like everything else, first of all, it's due Friday, July 1st. So it's due the last day of the class by midnight. Grades are completely completed by Sunday. So that's why there's a quick turnaround there. So it's due Friday, July 1st. It's worth 60 points. And if you click on this link, um, it takes you to this document, and it's like all the other documents. It has all the information on there, as well as a link to the rubric and a couple samples. So I'm going to start with the samples, which, if you wanted to select, they're down here at the bottom in PDF form. And it just does a good job of giving you an example of what uh, a top level project or paper would be. So this is the goal, is to get it to something of this nature. And you can see how you're not writing every lesson, but you're kind of giving overviews of the lesson. So lesson and titles, and they kind of go through. This is for a whole unit. So there's going to be multiple lessons within the unit. Um, you have to tie it to standards, Common Core. Some people tie it to ISTE, college and career, or district goals as well. And there's different ways you can organize that. But then it goes through the different parts that is required on the rubric, which will make more sense when we go through the rubric. But you can see this paper is about 23 pages. And so let's pop over to the other one just so you can see a couple different ones. This one's just a little bit under 20. So the unit topic, the rationale, it lists the standards that this unit is going to go over. And right here, AP standards, reasoning organizations, and then it goes into the lessons. And so once again, you're not writing a lesson, you're just kind of giving an overview objective of what that lesson is. And then it goes into the different parts. Always when you can use visuals, that's helpful. Bullet points definitely helps out as well to help organize. Use the header functions in that Google Doc just to help organize, because it is a little bit of a longer paper. And then make sure you have all your references. So those are the two examples. I know I went through them fast, but you can take time to go through those. And if you have questions, you can reach out to me. Going backwards again, here's the rubric for those of you that like it, broken out, essentially bullet points, the different criteria that it's being scored on in scholarly writing. Once again, use Grammarly, right? Use that. There's also the writing lab that if you get it done early, you can submit that paper and an actual tutor will go over it. Introduction and cover sheet, the whole and parts, sense and meaning, modalities and multiple intelligences. So these are all pieces that you need to touch on within this unit. And these are the descriptors. So exceeds expectations is where you want to be over here in this far right column. Emotional intelligence and behavior. And all these would make sense after going through the course. And then, finish it up with about a 1-page reflection. So you need to wrap it all up. A reference page and in-text citation, making sure everything matches APA. Once again, down here, submit as a Word doc or PDF works as well. If you're working in Google Docs, once again, you can just go to File, say, or Download as, and you can pick PDF or Doc, and both work just fine. So here's the document. It's a couple pages long. I'm not going to read through it. You guys can read. You know how Concordia works. But essentially what you're going to do is you're going to take a unit that you teach or one that you plan to teach. Definitely do something that you can utilize in the future. And you're going to enhance it by integrating principles that you learn through weeks 1 through 7. You're not writing lesson plans, but you're describing each lesson. So if you don't want to do lesson 1 or lesson and then a title, that's fine. And then, you'll be working on this throughout the course. I would not leave this to week 8 by any way, shape, or form. It has to be scholarly writing. We know that APA. So introduction paragraph, list the lessons and titles. Once again, don't do full lesson plans. What standards are you going to tie them to? Then you go into the different principles or strategies. So this is 49 out of the 60 points. So this is the meat of the paper here. So wholes and parts, modalities, memory, strategy, emotional intelligence. So you'll learn about all of these throughout the course as well. And make sure your reference page is good and submit it. So as you read through this, as you start building it, make sure that if you have questions, you reach out to me early so you don't leave this till week 7 or 8 to finish.